I have no idea why I did that. Again, what is up, everybody? That was a little bit too loud of a clap, I will admit that. I'm sorry. Coming at you live with a clean, completely censored version of my content. But yeah, regardless, I am here to bring you 15 of the things I wish I knew before studying abroad. Starting off the list at number 1, pack accordingly. And when I say that, I mean pack according to the seasons, because when I first came here, it was the summer, and now it's almost winter time. And let's just say it goes from about 95 degrees-ish, really humid, to 30 degrees, and it's horrible. I probably packed about 3 hoodies at the most, and keep in mind that includes jackets and everything. I didn't pack any sweats. I packed like a couple pairs of pants, and yeah, I'm paying for it, literally and figuratively, because I had to buy more stuff. I mean, unless you're totally cool with having like 2 pairs of things, then by all means, go for it. I don't know, moral of the story is, don't just pack for the first month you're gonna be there, pack for both of them. Whether or not that means you pack less clothes in the beginning to round out your trip, then I don't know, by all means do that. Because right when it got to like around November, it started to get chilly. Not even November, around the end of October, it started to get a little chilly. And keep in mind, you're gonna be traveling as well. Like, you're not only gonna be here. So being in Germany in 20-something degree weather, Fahrenheit, is something I didn't account for, and I probably should have. Buy some mittens. Number 2, and this is a little bit more for like the sneakerheads out there, people that at least care about their shoes to a certain extent. Especially living in Florence, don't bring really nice shoes or like shoes you don't want to get messed up, because you will mess them up no matter what. Around here in Florence, there's cobblestone everywhere. Streets are very uneven. Some steps will be here and the other steps will be here, and then some will be like that, and you'll just scrape your shoes regardless. On my way to school, I scraped my shoes probably 3 times at least. So I don't know, keep in mind that if you're gonna bring some nice shoes like some white Jordans or some white shoes in general, they're gonna get scuffed up, so probably not the best idea. Thing I wish I knew, number 3. This place is so much more expensive than I could have ever imagined. First of all, everything's in the euro, so it's converted, like right off the bat. If you didn't know this, our US dollar is worth less than the euro, probably around 80-ish cents. So for every euro, it's practically 80 cents of what you have back home. If you don't have a card that doesn't have a fee to take out money, then it's gonna end up sucking, because practically every ATM here is at least $5, depending on how much you take out, $5 just to take out your own money. So along with the exchange rate, it sucks. And while we're on that topic, the majority of places here are cash, and if they're not, you're gonna get charged again if you try to use your card. So the wise thing that you should probably do when you come over here is take out a lot of money, hide it in a very safe place, and you'll only get charged the €5, but I mean, you know, pick your battles. €5 one time or €5 every time you use your card. I don't know. Number 4, studying in Florence in particular is a lot more Americanized than I could have imagined. Now, I mentioned this in my last video that I talked about. A third of the population here is studying abroad students, mostly from America. If you want to go to a city in Italy to study abroad and you don't want to deal with Americans, this is probably not the place that you want to go to. Maybe go to like a little bit of a smaller city that's not too far from here, like Siena or something like that. I'm sure people study in Siena. Yeah, that would be a better option for you if that's what you want, because I know a lot of people here, they came here expecting to be completely immersed with the culture, and that's just not how it ended up going. Don't get me wrong, I love it. It's nice being able to be around people that speak the same language as you, but it's not the full experience if that's what you're looking for. Dude, I filmed this in the day so the light quality could be better, and it is so bad, and I'm angry. I'm very angry. I kind of look like only, you know, yeah, whatever, dude. I got a tan. Anyways, number 5, pay attention to how you wash your clothes over here. The washing machine, I don't know what it is, but it's just different. My clothes burn. Like, I brought a jersey over here. Thank God it was a fake jersey, but I brought a jersey and it like peeled off the letters of like here and like on the back. It like peeled it off. Just one big mess. Some of my shirts, just like lettering just gets completely washed away. I don't know what it is. I think the water's hotter or something like that. Yeah, pay attention to how you wash your clothes. Number 6, more people here speak English than I ever imagined. So if you're one of those people that gets intimidated by people saying like nobody speaks English in Italy, don't necessarily listen to them. I mean, there's still a large amount of people that don't speak English, but if that's the reason that you're not coming here and like you choose to study somewhere else instead, you probably shouldn't listen to them. It's all right. However, at least learn to say the basics in another language, whether it be Italian or Germany or like just anywhere else. Just learn how to say the basics like hi, thank you, bye. And the most important line you can learn how to use is, do you speak English? So, spreekst du English? Hablas inglés? Like, all this stuff you need to learn how to use because you don't want to be that American that's just there saying English, English. Like, you're gonna look so obnoxious. Honestly, standing next to you embarrasses me. So if you're gonna be like that, just don't do it. Just learn how to say the most basic stuff. Number 7, Youre, Airbnb, and hostels are complete lifesavers. I didn't know of any of these things before I came here, and all of them have helped me save so much money. Now, if you don't know what these are, Youre is a travel site, and no, this is not promoted. Youre, you better send a check ya boy's way. Youre is a travel site where you take like your search for what place you want to go to and what time and all that stuff. Like, let's just say I want to go from Florence to Madrid. They'll look through all the airlines, they'll look through all the trains, even though it's probably not the smartest thing to do. They'll look through every like possible way of getting there, and you can pick like particular times, you can pick particular airlines just in case you have like a preference. You can pick like pretty much everything you want to do. Airbnbs, when I first got here, I thought I was going to be staying in hotels everywhere, which can run you like a lot. Airbnbs, I found some as cheap for like 15 American dollars a night. Hostels are practically the same concept, except usually it's like dorm room style stuff. So if you like your privacy, Airbnb. If you don't mind having other people in the room, hostels, because they're cheaper. So, you know, don't say I didn't help you out here. Number 8, traveling every weekend sounds amazing, and don't get me wrong, it is, but you will be tired as heck. Like that? Yeah, this is like the first weekend I have not traveled in probably like a month and a half maybe, and it feels so good to just be here and not do anything. I have not gotten to like relax a single day in a very long time, especially because like going to school, like I have to do stuff all throughout the week. Leave Thursday and come back Sunday night, and yeah, my travel stuff has been ridiculous lately too. Oh yeah, dude, 1 like and I'll make a video on that. How about that? I mean, if you're gonna book ahead, just try to give yourself like a weekend break like every month at least, I don't know. Because I've had maybe like 3 weekends here in Florence and I am tired. Just tired of it all. The 9th thing I wish I knew before studying abroad is that school is still a thing. You still have to go, and in my particular case, we have to go every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, occasional Fridays, every day at 9 in the morning. Monday and Wednesdays, we have to stay until 4:30 p.m. It's very great. Yeah, I know a lot of people think that studying abroad is just like you go out and you party and you travel all the time, which you do a lot of the time, don't get me wrong, but you still have to go to school. And I've had some people that ask me like, dude, when do you ever go to school? Like, all your Snapchats are you traveling? Oh, okay, well, yeah, the thing is, why would I post me going to school every day when I can literally just show you the Duomo, or I can show you somewhere in Germany? Just give me a break. I do my best and I still make it to class. Not on time, but I go. Number 10, and this is something my mom put in my head. Thanks a lot, Mom. Still love you though. No expensive designer brands such as like Armani, Gucci are not cheaper just because you're in Italy. I get the whole like, oh, it's not exported and all that, but I guess there's something called the standardized pricing where if it's the price here, it's gonna be the price in America, it's gonna be the price in Japan, it's gonna be the price everywhere. Number 11, breakfast is hardly a thing here. And I think I might have touched on that in my other video. The common idea for Italians of breakfast is some sort of like coffee, espresso kind of a thing, and a little pastry, so like a croissant. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't usually fill me up at all, maybe not even close. Yeah, depending on what kind of Italian you are, some might even throw a cigarette in there. definitely not about that life. But yeah, regardless, even if you want to go out, there's not many places to go out and have breakfast. What my housemate Sammy does is he gets up every day like 45 minutes early to cook himself breakfast. Don't know how he does it, but he does it. So if you really want some breakfast, you're gonna have to cook it at home for yourself. And number 12, this one really messed me up and in the beginning, depending on like what time you like eating. From about 3 to like about 7, sometimes 8, and I've even seen as late as 9, food places such as like restaurants are not open. I know in Madrid they call it like a siesta. I don't know what they call it here, but it's like the same concept where businesses like that close right after lunch and don't open until dinner. And dinner is very late here, as like you can tell by the opening times. So yeah, it sucks. This one's kind of important. It's kind of more of an annoying thing. It's just so freaking popular, dude. I don't know what it is. Especially if you have like light skin, blonde hair, or you just flat out look like you're not from Italy. There's a group of people. They all gather around. I've seen them do it. And they essentially split up and go up to random tourist-looking people. They come up to you with a bracelet and offering you friendship. You know, they ask where you're from, all that stuff. You know, try to make some friends with you. I'm gonna put that in. Yeah, they say they moved here from Africa very recently, I think like 2 years ago or something. And then, you know, in some cases when they really want to go further, they give you like an elephant and they're like, oh, look, this elephant helped me have a kid with my wife. Like, then they show you a picture of the kid and you're like, oh, wow, she's adorable, like cool and cool. And he's like, oh, but the thing is, we just can't afford to feed her. So, you know, do you have some money for us? Like, can you help my family or whatever? And I'm not even kidding, just walking from school, you see like this happening at least like 4 times on the walk home, which is like a 20-minute walk. The first time I kind of figured that it was a little bit of a scam once he asked me for money. I'm like, oh dude, I have €1. And he's like, that's all you have? I'm like, I could easily not give you anything. Like, the funniest thing is that picture of their daughter is not their daughter. That's where I draw the line. They all have the same picture of the same little girl. Too far for me. Just know it's a scam. They don't want to be your friend. They want your money. Try to be as nice as possible about it though, but be very blunt that you know what they're doing. Because if you're saying like, oh, you're busy, they'll follow you. And sometimes they'll even get mad. I've heard stories of them throwing stuff at the people. And yeah, so be nice but blunt that you don't want their company. 14, pickpocketing is a thing. Luckily, it didn't happen to me. You know, people tell you Florence is a very safe city, and it is. But one of the few flaws is that people pickpocket a lot. So yeah, just put your wallet in your front, or like if you have a purse, make sure you're holding it. If you're out eating, this is one of the most important things. If you're like out eating, put your bag in front of you. Don't put it behind you. Don't put it on the side of you. Put it in front of you. That's the most helpful piece of advice I can tell you. Keep everything close to you where you can see it, because these people are slick, man. They will snip you and they'll take you for what you got. And number 15, you walk everywhere. Especially in Florence, you walk everywhere. If you want to take a taxi, that's the minimum charge for a taxi is €4 or like €3, something like that. You're not going to be taking a taxi everywhere. I mean, there is buses, but you know, it's just not the ideal way to get around. So if you're over here, keep in mind you're going to be walking a lot. It has its pros and cons. In the summer, it's really hot, so it sucks. But like in the winter, it's cold. Just throw on a jacket though, and you'll be fine. Keep in mind you're going to walk everywhere, so you know, whatever. Wrapping up this video, that's 15 things that I wish I knew now that you're gonna know, and you know, I hope that it helps you with all your journeys, going throughout wherever you need to go. Yeah, when you're here, just go out and explore. It's gonna be a very fun time for you. My Twitter is down here. I'm gonna leave that rolling for about 4 or 5 seconds. And now my Instagram is down here, leaving that rolling for a few seconds. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.